Hello, it has been a few weeks. How are you doing? I truly hope every single one of you are doing well. I took a little bit of a break unintentionally, but I will be going into detail in this video about what I've been up to for the last couple of weeks. Some new things, some creative things, but I just kind of wanted to come on and preface the video and say hi. There is some new things that are going to be happening in my shop. I'll be sharing some things in the direction that I'm trying to go in this year. I'm really starting to hone in on my creative voice, find the things that I really like, and start to really focus on those things. So I'll be sharing a little bit of that. You'll see the April Patreon rewards as well as me packing those up, and then I'm gonna have a little sit down and chat with you all and pretty much just update you all on what I've been doing the last 2 weeks. And so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna let you get into the video. I just wanted to preface it again, say hi, check in a little bit, and overall I hope that you just sit back, grab a cup of joe, grab a cup of water, maybe a favorite snack, and enjoy the video. Let's hang out for a few. I wanted to do a small voiceover and let you all know I didn't do too much talking in the beginning of this video, more of just a recap. I am going to go in depth on why I've been a little absent. I took a couple weeks to just kind of reset and recenter, refocus. I'm going to get into all the details later, and I'm hoping that by sharing some things that I've been realizing and working through, that it in some way resonates with you as well. And I also want to take the time to thank every single person who supported me in this new shop update or came to a market this last month. It truly means the world, and I could not be who I am or do what I do without you. So thank you for shopping locally and supporting artists. I will never be able to fully express my gratitude to you all. Anywho, after this clip, I will be reorganizing all of my inventory from the market, so I'll catch you in a little bit. Good morning. I am just finishing up some morning pages. It's been about a week and a half since I've done morning pages because I was prepping for another art market as well as launching the shop update. So I noticed that when I am extremely overwhelmed, the first thing to go is usually the things that fill me up the most. And I'm putting those aside so that I don't burn out, but I end up burning out anyways because I'm not doing the things that fuel me. Morning pages or journaling for other words, doing yoga, working out, prioritizing good healthy meals. Those are all the first things to go when I'm feeling stressed or when I'm feeling overwhelmed. And I feel like those things require the most energy because they give me the most energy, if that makes sense. So it's like the output is also the direct input. I don't really know if that makes any sense, but those are the first things to go because they feel like the easiest things to just slide off my plate and just stay focused on whatever I'm doing. So I'm trying to be better at that. So this week I am starting with morning pages. I'm holding myself accountable. Long story short, my mom started this coaching program. Shout out to my mom. And she's gonna kind of serve as like my coach. I'm gonna follow her program that she's doing and all the meal stuff, the working out. And I think they're really big on it not being a diet or something short term. It's something that is long term. They want this to become, your lifestyle. And it's something that's extremely sustainable once you develop a habit of taking care of your body and meal prepping and looking at the right things. So it can feel kind of overwhelming at first, just like anything. So I'm just trying to pace myself, take it one day at a time. But I have a really exciting package that I got in the mail. I won't be showing you my address, but it's from Kelsey Pike, and I just recently found her on Instagram. She hand makes paper. Like, she makes paper from scratch. It's slow made, ethically sourced, and it's the coolest thing ever. So I'm trying to move a little bit further away from, purchasing just normal paper for my printer or outsourcing my prints. I really want to do like locally sourced printing, and then how I make everything is also slow made by making my own stamps. So making my own designs basically. But I really feel like, as you all know, I'm on this search for finding what I like and what I don't like so I can niche down in those areas. And I'm figuring out very quickly that I love block printing. I love cutting out different designs. And I think I said this in my latest video, but I got this tracing paper so that I can draw more detailed and accurate things. Like, I can trace what I've drawn on my iPad and then transfer it onto the stamp so that my designs are just a lot more accurate and a lot more like seamless. So I'm excited to start using that. I'm definitely going to be using that in this video. I'll be doing that today. And I also am just practicing tracing more because that's something that my tattoo artist that I'm apprenticing under has recommended for me to do. Tattooing is a life of tracing. So I have a bunch of like circles and squares, and I'm really focusing on line work, studying my lines and things like that, and just learning how to trace by hand instead of like on my iPad or different digital things. So I'm learning how to just like trace manually, and I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that she's given me. So if you're interested in learning how to tattoo, I can kind of start to give those little nuggets so you all can kind of see what she's recommending for me. And I'm excited to share that journey with you all. I'm enjoying it so much so far. I'm meeting up with her again next week. But anyway, I'm going to open this. I'm going to set my microphone down and open it. Okay, this is literally the coolest thing ever. I got a couple of different sizes. I have this like light gray, or like, it's like off-white. It's the prettiest gray I've ever seen. In 5x7, I believe. This green is also 5x7. I got 5 of each of those. And then it looks like I have 6 of these. I think I only ordered 5 though, but it's just like black, like solid black. It's beautiful. And these are 8x10, if I'm not wrong. I think these are like 11x16. And I only got 2 of these. So I'm not sure what my designs are going to be yet. I'm just super excited to be using this paper, and I'm probably going to be ordering a lot more from her. She has such beautiful colors to choose from. I will put her link in the description. She has an Etsy shop, although she also has a website. You can sign up for like her monthly parcel, which is basically she comes out with these monthly bundles of different sizes and different colors. And it's super cool, and you get them sent straight to your house. So yeah, I'm really excited and looking forward to using more of her paper and moving over to more slow-made, ethically sourced, sustainably made type papers and tools, etc. Things like that. Anywho, so I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna be tracing out some things today, which again, I'll take you guys along. I'm gonna finish up my morning pages. I started them and I just wanted to film this really quick, so I'm gonna finish up my morning pages and get to work. But I I hope you all are doing well. I'm sending you all the love in the whole entire world, and make sure to go check her out. So I ended up completely forgetting that I was going to be dropping off a good chunk of my inventory at a local coffee shop the next day, and I had to label everything, price everything out, and create an entire inventory sheet for them within 24 hours. Not sure how this slipped my mind, but I was super excited about it, so I ended up spending the rest of my day getting all of that ready and just prepping it to drop off the next day. I also ended up spending a large chunk of hours organizing all of my taxes and getting all my receipts together, my expenses and my income, and just all of those good small business tax season stuff that will completely wipe someone out. But we did it, it's over with, and I am very thankful that it is done. Hi, I have not come on here to talk in about 2-ish weeks. Long story short, I've done a couple of things this month kind of quietly, not really intentionally, more so because I've been in a weird headspace this month. April has been odd. Not in the sense that anything odd is happening, but in the sense that everything inside my head feels weird. So I've just been trying to keep it moving while taking it easy and trying to assess why I'm maybe feeling the way that I'm feeling. And those of you that don't know, I did the Artist Way last year I started in October and I finished in January, and one of the things that I picked up was doing morning pages, which is journaling. It's pretty much just like a stream of consciousness, which is like 3 pages of just your thoughts, whatever comes to mind, literally there's no rules. Even with the 3 pages, like that's kind of the only rule, except I don't even do that. Like yesterday I just journaled 1 page. But I've noticed that I haven't been really doing my morning pages like at all. And I've just been kind of like, I've noticed I'm on my phone a lot more lately, or I'm playing my game a lot more lately, or I'm just kind of like spaced out, if that makes sense. And I haven't really taken the time to assess it until yesterday. So I'm just going to kind of read what I realized because I think it'll kind of help you understand better where I'm at. I haven't been prioritizing morning pages lately, but my headspace has been okay. I think sometimes I'm wasting my days away hoping to arrive at somewhere better, so maybe that's why I'm tempted to skip the pages so much, because they tether me to reality, and right now I'm not sure if I like my reality. I do, but I don't. It's weird. I feel muted, but I think I'm the one muting myself. So yeah, I guess the word that I've been feeling is muted. And I spent all of March doing markets and making the bug collection and all those types of things. And I feel like I was creating so much. In fact, I was actually working so much, like crazy hours, just like constantly like producing. And that kind of like obviously takes a toll. And it's so hard to like assess when I am feeling these ways, because I'm kind of like, my job is literally a dream. Like I'm a full-time artist. Not many people at this age can say that. So I tend to just like neglect any feelings that I'm feeling and just keep it moving for the sake of gratitude. But in reality, I'm feeling things that need to be addressed so I can process them and move forward. So I think I worked myself really, really hard in March. And so of course I've done some work here and there, and I showed some footage of that in April. But it hasn't been as work heavy, and I'm noticing I'm also feeling like I'm not being productive. I've been doing a lot of house stuff. I completely renovated my porch. I still need to organize some of the things, but for the most part, I got our porch ready for like summer, and I've just been doing home things or distracting myself. And of course, I've also been really focusing on tattooing, so that's been really fun. Everything's been great though, and it's like, except for taxes. Oh my gosh, literally just went through tax season, and every year it's crazy. I feel like this is the year that I finally understood everything in a way that I'm like, okay, now I know how to better organize my things. Now I know how to better plan financially for, because basically if you're a small business, you're responsible. If you have a W-2, your company is basically taking out those taxes for you. So if you end up paying too much, that's why some people get a refund. But long story short, if you're a small business, you don't have a W-2, you don't take out taxes with every paycheck. Your paycheck just comes, and you're responsible for thinking about, 15% of that to set aside for the end of the year. Anyways, not even to go into taxes. I don't even want to talk about that. But yeah, I guess long story short, April has just been off. There's no real explanation. It's just one of those like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing actually bad, but I don't know. It's really weird to explain. I have a lot of things going on in my head. I think I've shared a little bit here. The reason I started the Artist Way is because last year I really started having like a very big existential crisis, and there's a whole story there on why I struggle with that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've just noticed that my existential crisis has carried into 2024. So I'm trying to take things a little bit easier, not see things as so large and like, what's the point of all of this? And trying to wrap my head around all of the things that are existential. Because honestly, I think thinking too hard or too much on those things can make someone go literally mad. So I'm being a little bit vulnerable because I know that might be like a weird subject, like all spiritual and stuff like that. So, but it is like playing into a big role of like my mental health and stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't know. basically there is no words for how I've been feeling this month, but it's just been, and that's okay. So I'm just sharing that to kind of help you all understand where I'm at a little bit. But overall, I'm either, so busy dwelling on the past, or I'm too busy hyperfixating on the future and things that haven't even happened yet, that both of those spectrums rob me from the present moment. They rob me from experiencing the now. And I notice I have a tendency to go, those are my tendencies. I either, go from one side to the other, and I'm trying to really find balance. And I have found balance in the past, and it's just like recentering myself. So I think, it's the end of Q1 of 2024, and I feel like I'm just kind of recentering, moving things back to the center after first quarter and things that have happened, different things like that, just growing, learning. I've definitely been implementing new routines in my life. For one, I'm really prioritizing my health. I'm really prioritizing, getting my body moving, fueling my body with the right foods, restoring my relationship with food for one, which I don't even know if I've ever had a good relationship with food, but either way, I'm restoring it, all the while trying to find my creative voice. And I feel like sometimes that's the one thing with like small businesses that I never want to take for granted. I'm so incredibly thankful for, like I said, having this job. It's a dream job at this age. Like, it's something that I could never ever find anything to complain about. But I will say, sometimes I miss just being able to go to work, do a stupid, silly job, and clock out and just come home and be free from that stuff. Like, now it's like my brain is literally on go 24/7. It's always in like production mode, and I'm trying to figure out how to split that into like playtime and productivity time, work time, all those types of things, planning time. And it's just a learning curve. So, I've only been doing this really just my business without having like, a normal job and then this on the side. This has been my full-time job for a little over a year now. So I'm still kind of getting the ropes of it. I'm still finding routines that work for me, which they seem to be kind of like changing throughout the seasons, because some seasons are busier, for example, like market seasons and holiday seasons versus like the very beginning of the year when it's like the dead season. So yeah, I hope all that makes sense. I hope it resonates with you in your own way. I just wanted to share a little bit what's on my heart and kind of the things that I'm dealing with this month, because I've been a little quiet lately. Not really intentionally, just more so trying to listen to what my body and my mind are trying to tell me and give it the things that it needs rather what it wants. But I have a market coming up. It's called the Goblin Market. It's really cool. It's basically a market, not to switch subjects super fast, but it's basically a discount market. So 50% of what you bring has to be discounted goods, which is a great opportunity for me to kind of clean out some of the things that I've carried for years and years and years. I just kind of want to scoot it on out and make room for more and save room for all of the bug collection stuff. My goal is to really move towards block printing and tattooing. Those are the two things that I feel like are going to be sustainable for me. Those are the two things that I absolutely love. I'm not a huge fan of outsourcing things anymore. I really like making things myself, and especially since I discovered the art of making your own stamp, it's been super fun to play around with and all that stuff. So I've got to pretty much get all of my stuff out from storage and discount all those goods. Most of my stuff on my spring cleaning sale on my website, same kind of vibe there. So I'm just going to be taking all of those things and probably discounting them a little bit more than they're already discounted for people in person. And then I'm probably going to discount some of my like newer but older things. So not necessarily the bug collection, but some things that have been like maybe that were released towards the end of last year. I might discount those items as well. And then of course I'm going to bring my bug collection and probably have some sort of like deal, like free tote bag with a wood panel purchase, or I don't know, something like that. I might figure out some of those things. But anyway, that's what I have to do. I have only this week to get it started, even though my market is in 2 weeks, but I'm going to be out of town with my husband next week. So we're taking like a mini vacation. He actually is traveling for work. It's only a couple hours away from where I live. So we're driving, we're bringing Bo, our little furry baby, and we are staying in an Airbnb and just kind of hanging out. So for me, it'll be kind of like a little getaway. I'll be working in that getaway, but more like admin stuff, prepping for the market. And then for him, he's going to be working a little bit, but I'm excited to do like a little getaway. At least I'm going to be out of this like same environment type thing. As much as my home is my safe space and my oasis, my peaceful, tranquil place, it also is really good to kind of get away and clear my head a little bit. So this was a long rant. I think it was important because there's just been so many things happening inside of my head, not necessarily happening in life. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so weird because it is my reality, but it's not the reality. And that's where I'm feeling a little disconnected. So I'm just trying to reconcile those two with what is reality and what's going on in my head, and reconcile them and bring them back to the center, ground myself, journal more, prioritize and implementing this healthy lifestyle that I've been kind of like switching to this year. I feel like I'm going in it for full force. But yeah. And then later on tonight, I'm going to Lauren's studio, the one I'm apprenticing under, and going to be learning some more things about tattooing. So, last thing that I want to talk about, something that has changed since the last time I've been on here. Hang on a minute. I have officially received my certification for tattooing. This basically means I went through the bloodborne pathogen and diseases course, like that whole thing. I got approved, I passed, and the next thing is basically just finding a place to tattoo and obviously learning more about how to tattoo. I have been using my Illumino Heart Ink tattoo pen, and it's been really helping prepare me for some things with tattooing. I've definitely been struggling a little bit with like pulling solid even lines, and I pretty much tattooed this piece of paper yesterday. I'll do a little bit of a close-up here, so I'll put that on the screen in a second, or while I'm talking right now you'll be able to see it. But yeah, long story short, I'm just kind of doing a little flash sheet and I'm just practicing using my pen. There's definitely some line work issues and some things that are outside of the lines, like when I've shaded, I've gone a little bit past my lines. Overall, I'm really happy with it, and I think that I'm just really applying myself in this area. So I'm really happy to be honing in on making stamps, and I'm also really excited to be learning something completely new and loving it and enjoying it. So definitely taking my time, because this is a little bit more pressure since it's going to be permanently on people's bodies. So definitely taking my time to learn this one, not just going to fling out of the gates with that. Anywho, I'll probably do some of that today. Actually, maybe not, because I have a lot to do to prep for the market. And I only have this week, and it's Tuesday. So I'm going to get to it. Thank you all for being so patient with me and for just supporting me so much. It seriously means the world. I just love ya. Mwah. I know I've done a lot of talking in this video, but there's nothing like a chatty voiceover / little catch-up vibe that we got going on. But I am packing up my Patreon rewards here, and I have a monthly print and a monthly sticker. April is kind of a bonus, and there's 2 bug stickers going out, which if you're interested in receiving either one of these rewards, you can join my Patreon anytime between now and the end of the month to receive this month's print and sticker. And if you're interested in further supporting me, I would love it if you would consider checking out my Patreon, which is a place where you can receive monthly goodies in exchange for your partnership. I don't just have prints and stickers, I also have other things such as monthly podcast episodes, exclusive content, discount codes, early access, more behind the scenes, a little bit more intimate of a relationship. And it's just a really good time over there. And I talked about it in a couple videos ago. My goal was to hit 50 patrons, and I was going to release something that is just for patrons only. It's going to be an exclusive item. I'm still working behind the scenes on this, but we hit over 50 patrons a lot sooner than I thought we were going to hit. So thank you so much. That's absolutely amazing. However, with that being said, I am still working on this exclusive item. I'm going to be releasing more to my patrons in the following weeks. And going back to talking about my monthly prints, I am no longer outsourcing my prints. They're going to be my handmade stamps that I hand carve and block print onto the prints. So I'm really excited to make more handmade goods for patrons instead of outsourcing my prints. And again, these are all exclusive goodies only available to patrons only. If you don't join a tier that offers the monthly print or sticker, you can still gain access to the secret Patreon shop where you can purchase the monthly sticker and monthly print, as well as gain access to some discount codes. So I'd love it if you join the family over there. If not, I'm just so thankful that you're here. But shout out to my patrons. You all are the absolute best. I just love you, love you, love you. I will truly never be able to express my gratitude in its fullness. So once again, thank you. Hi again. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's definitely a chatty one. It's a little bit of a catch up. There's lots of creative things happening in there. I'm really excited to share with you this tattoo journey that I am on. I'm currently looking into a couple of machines. I'm trying to decide which one I want to purchase. So lots of things happening in that area, as well as, like I said at the very end, there's some things happening with Patreon as well I'm super excited about. And I have a market coming up. However, I'm going to be going out of town for a little bit, which I'm hoping to make a video on The Artist Way, my full review, a full recap. So be looking out for that. And then, yeah, I have my market. Then in May, I have another market. It's going to be a new one. I'm really excited about that one. So lots of things happening. And then it'll be already time for a summer drop, which I do have an idea of what my summer drop is going to be, and it's going to be very, very limited because I'm going to be using the paper that I opened here. I'm going to be purchasing a couple more pieces of paper from the Sustainable Paper Goods, and I'll be doing strictly block printing some summer essentials, summer themed things on just a couple pieces of those papers. So there's definitely going to be a limited amount. I definitely want to still stay focused on my bug collection because I think that it's the largest collection, so I kind of want to play off of that. I love the bug collection so much, so if anything, the summer collection is just going to be a small addition onto it with all handmade paper. Lots of fun things happening. Like I said towards the end, if you want to further support me and my work and get some goods and rewards for your support, then I encourage you to head over onto Patreon and check me out there. If not, check out my other socials and join the family. I'm so incredibly thankful to have you all here. Thank you so much for just showing up. We started this year on YouTube with 388 subscribers and we're already over 1,000. So that's just really cool. It's encouraging. It helps me feel like, you know, we're resonating with each other and we're relating with each other. Ultimately, all of these videos and all of this content that I'm putting out, the main goal is that it encourages you to go and find what you love, do more of the things that you love. Life is truly too short to waste it on doing things that we don't care about. So find time to squeeze in the things that you love. I hope this encourages you to open up your own creative horizons and start exploring creatively. Don't listen to social media and the false reality of where we have to niche down and be placed into a box and society likes to label us. I think one of the most important things is to always keep yourself open for new adventure. Keep yourself open to new opportunities and trying new things, saying yes to new things and saying no to things that no longer serve you. So anywho, that's my little pep talk for the end of this video. But again, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you all are doing well. I'm sending you all the love in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support and for being here. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.